I just got done watching the Trump rally, a little bit of it. Couldn't even couldn't stomach the majority of it. But
I'm sure it was great.
yeah, it's nuts, man.
Why did you watch the Trump rally?
'Cause I was eating dinner and it was like on. People were talking about it on Twitter, and I've never really sat through. I've never actively been like, fuck it, let me watch one of his rallies. Like I've
Hmm.
seen clips of him and shit, but I've never watched one. And I kind of just wanted to see how dumb America's gotten, to be honest. Um, it was crazy. And it was funny because what happened was there was a bunch of people on TikTok, right? And everyone signed up for his tickets to his rally.
Mm.
So all these younger kids and like the K-pop fans and like all these people were signing up to go to this rally. So his campaign manager and everyone on his camp were anticipating thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people, right?
Yeah.
Like they set up a stage outside of this arena that holds like 20,000 or 30,000 people because they thought there was going to be more, there was going to be like 40,000 people in the streets. Nobody showed
Nobody.
up.
Oh my
they had
God.
like they had like 4 or 5 thousand people in that fucking bitch.
It's kind of
And
fucking genius, when you think about it. That's great.
yeah, it was funny, man. So yeah, I mean it's funny, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like his rhetoric and the way he talks and shit is just very dictatory, and he's a
Hmm.
dictator, like a tater dick, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, more like a tater dick.
Yeah.
Did you see that picture of that somebody had photoshopped of him and Jim Jones mixed together, the cult leader?
No.
It's fucking
I
great.
don't think so.
I'm surprised it hasn't been done more,
Who's Jim
but
Jones? He's the Nikes
Jonestown.
and the
No, that's what do you call it? That was the Hale Bop comic people. Those people are totally different. Jim
okay.
Jones was the Jonestown guy.
I thought you were talking about the rapper.
No, no. Well, I mean
Jim
that's where he got
Jones.
his fucking name from. But okay, so don't drink the Kool Aid.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
the Kool Aid guy.
Cool.
Yeah, which Jim Jones is fucking. That whole thing is fascinating.
I
Cause
mean, that's what's happening in America, dude. It's a cult. It's crazy. People are just in this massive thing without masks. And I'm kind of like on the fence as we've talked about, like about what the actual truth is of COVID right now because we don't know.
uh-huh.
And I feel like we haven't really been proven, we haven't been really shown that COVID is what they thought it was, right?
Uh,
But at the same time, if I go to the grocery store, I'm not going to be a dick. I'm going to wear a mask, right? Just
of
because
course.
I respect other people. And there's nobody wearing masks at this Trump rally. There's thousands of people inside of this arena,
Yeah,
and they're
bunch
all
of
yelling
assholes.
and hooting and hollering. And I hope
Mm-hmm.
they all fucking cough on each other, to be honest.
I'm sure. I mean, there's got to be some kind of outbreak. There will be. And you think about it, all those people are coming from different places too.
Hmm.
So you're gonna have like people are just gonna take that shit and carry it everywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. I mean, honestly, like I just got back from 2 weeks of worth of work, and there was some people that were pretty reluctant to wear the masks, But I just told them, I said, in order for me to go back to work, I got to wear a mask, and I have to have my clientele wear a mask. So it makes sense because I'm in people's personal space. So nobody came in sick. Um, None of my clients were sick. I've only actually had one client from, as far as like people I cut up north and people I cut down here. I've only had one client who was gonna come in for a haircut who didn't because he got sick. Him and his wife. But other than that, none of my clients were sick. Nobody had a temperature. Everybody's temperature was like 97, 98. So, I mean, I guess I got lucky because nobody had to cancel and nobody was sick. But San Francisco Bay Area, well, North Bay doesn't really have any spikes. Not
It's
really. I mean,
it's
there's a
just
little
different
spike,
there.
but
You're not packed into a
not really.
crowd. But
No.
I still believe that if we were tracking the flu every year and publicizing the shit out of the flu like we are this thing, it would be the same panic.
I mean, I get it. I understand why people are freaked out, because I'm not sure if I had it or not, but whatever cold that I did have at the beginning of all this, that cough that I had and the sore throat, especially the cough, it was so bad and it hurt. It hurt so bad, and it lasted for quite a long time. I could see how if somebody in a worse state than me would be really affected and hurt by it. So I could
Yeah.
see people that are old or cigarette smokers. I could see the cold that I had. I'm not sure if it was COVID or not, but I could see how it would fucking hurt people. So I understand
Yeah.
why, and it was the same thing with the swine flu. I know the death rates of swine flu weren't as high as this one, but I could see getting swine flu back in the day when it first popped off. I was so fucked up that I totally, as soon as it became like, oh my God, this thing, swine flu, it's killing people. As soon as that fucking came out, I knew it was bad. So honestly, like, I think that, moving forward, this is going to be a good thing for the country, where if me and you are starting to catch a cold, or if we're not feeling 100%, we'll just slap on a mask. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll just be like, yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm just going to fucking slap on a mask because I'm not sure if this is allergies or if I'm coming down with something. Either way, you're already fucking working, so call it a party, Which, like, they did the same shit in Japan. But,
Yeah.
yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like right now, as far as jumping into huge, I mean, a few thousand people at least, some like a fucking political rally and nobody wearing masks. I mean, that just seems to me like, well, especially I'm sure the demographic of people at that rally too were fairly older. A lot of Republicans in the
Yeah, they were. They
Midwest are
were
pretty old.
older, like shitty white people.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because when he was talking, he said that he told his people to um like tamp down on the testing in America because the numbers are getting too high.
So he doesn't want people to be tested?
He doesn't want people to be tested because the numbers are bad
So he wants to
for
pull a
for
China?
him. You know what I'm saying? For his ego and shit,
Oh
for his
God.
reelection stuff, it's bad for him. So he wants to slow down the testing so the numbers don't escalate as quickly.
What the fuck, dude? That's like, I mean, honestly, like, who knows what the manipulation of numbers is? And the whole thing is a fucking clusterfuck, dude.
I just okay. I've been saying this since week 3, is like show me the bodies, and
Oh my
I
God.
I
Yeah,
feel
you were.
like it's time.
Jesus.
It's time to come out and just say it. You know what I mean? I've been saying it to you and to like my family and shit, but it's like, where are the fucking bodies, dude? I know a lot of people have died, but like the thing is, like you were just saying, the numbers are skewed, and
I don't know.
it's not what we thought this was, and the leadership needs to say it's not what we thought it was, and this is the different protocol that we need to enact. Like, everyone still needs to wear masks until we figure this shit out, but like, let's reopen everything, let's go about our lives, and these people need to stay home, and like, we're gonna create a incentive package for them because they can't work, whatever it is. We just
Well,
need the leadership. We
I
need the
feel like,
bodies, or we need
oh my
the
God. Oh God. I mean, I guess, you think about, I mean, we kind of are doing that to a certain extent. However, that extra $600 a month for unemployment runs out in the state. I think at the end of
Yeah, but
January,
what's $600 a month? Or
or
a
six
week?
hundred bucks a week. It's
Whatever.
enough
Like,
to
what is
it's
twelve
enough
hundred
to pay
dollars?
your
Like,
twenty
how
four
are you
hundred
supposed to
bucks.
survive? Like, if you did not have the job that you have, I didn't have the job that I have, the income that we have, right?
Yeah.
If we just worked at some place where it shut the fuck down,
Hmm.
we would be screwed.
Oh yeah.
Because $1,200, like, that's not even covering rent. Then you got
It's
food and all your other bills.
it's
Like,
2,400 bucks.
yeah. What do
It's
you?
still not that much.
It's nothing. It's been how many months have we been on lockdown?
I don't know, since what, since August? No, I'm sorry, not
March.
August. March 16th, I think, or 17th.
17th or something like that, yeah. March,
So
April, May, June, like 3 months. Three
yeah,
solid months.
yeah, man, that was weird. It was
Yeah.
very strange. Going back to work, to kind of fucking move to another topic, but going back to work was dude, it was fucking awesome. I'm
I
not gonna
bet.
lie. It was dope. It was the leading up to it was tough because like a lot of my clients, I realized a few things with my clientele as far as whose hair I do up in the Bay Area. I realized that I need to get some new clientele up in the Bay. A lot of my clientele are senior citizens, and a lot of them are fucking, I mean, they watch a lot of news. So they're scared shitless. And people will kind of like watch the news that kind of feeds their fears. So whatever like or their worldview. So whatever that is, they'll kind of like they'll feed that beast. And I've noticed that I had 15 people not book this last trip up.
Hmm.
So, I mean, just to kind of give people a perspective, I go up to the Bay Area every 4 or 5 weeks and I see a fuckload of my clientele that I've had forever and 15 people, which is basically,
hair.
yeah, cutting hair. So basically what that equals out to being is like a day and a half's worth of work was gone. So
Wow.
that's a fucking chunk of my income. And yeah, man, like, while I was up there on like day 2, there was a report that came out that said there was two girls in I think Mississippi that were working with COVID that had symptoms that saw in 8 days they saw like 140 some odd people, and everybody was wearing a mask and they were wearing a mask the entire time, and not a single one of those people, one of those 144 clients or whatever, none of them got COVID. So
Yeah,
you
because
had
it's not like a fucking super. It's not like an alien thing that we thought it was, dude.
because everybody was wearing masks. Everybody was
Yeah.
wearing masks, and what sucked is that came out, but all those clients that didn't make it in for their like that didn't come in because they were too nervous, none of those people called. None of those people were like, "Hey, by the way," I even had a lady who, I've been doing this lady's hair for years. She was asking me a fucking million and one questions. Like, and whatever, that's fine. You're concerned, whatever the fuck. I get it. A million and one questions. And then I started realizing and thinking about it. I thought, her husband works at a hospital. He comes home to her every day from working in a hospital. And she's concerned about being in a hair salon where everybody's wearing masks for a small amount of time. What the
I mean,
fuck?
that's the power of the media,